everyone, I am the Sports Judge. Welcome. A crazy three-team trade took place involving the Dodgers, Cardinals, and White Sox on Monday. The Cardinals received right-hand pitcher Eric Flaherty and Tommy Pham. White Sox received former Dodgers infielder Miguel Vargas and two infield prospects. Dodgers get Tommy Edman and right-hand pitcher Michael Kopech. You know what pissed me off the most? The Dodgers, the front office. This was the best they can do at the trade deadline in terms of pitching. Think about that. Your team, your Dodgers went shopping in the clearance aisle for pitching. And they made the dumbest move you can possibly make in acquiring Michael Kopech from the Chicago White Sox. What the hell are they doing? I can't quite figure it out completely. They are so desperate that I don't even give a damn if they pull the same crap in October again. You couldn't pull off the big trade for a pitcher, continue to do business with the White Sox, and pollute Dodger Stadium with that soft side Chicago garbage and expect it to work. This is trash. I want you to process what this team is now. You're acquiring hand-me-down relievers from a Chicago thrift store. Kopech will have the second worst ERA on the roster. I was expecting something different than this. Here's my thought. This is a team that hasn't been aggressive enough to add quality arms to their bullpen where they need a lot of help. How about another starting pitcher, which they did in Jack Flaherty? I like that. I think Jack Flaherty helps strengthen a rotation that has a lot of injuries and question marks right now. But obviously, a part that makes the Dodgers so great is that they usually go all in and make a big splash to land a pitcher, a hitter, or whatever it is to bolster that roster. Today, I'm sitting here questioning what the hell they're doing to better their bullpen. It's uncommon of them not to spend, give up prospects, or go after the biggest name on the market. Pretty much do whatever it takes to stay competitive in the NL West. Pitching, an area where they can use a lot of help. It is an incredibly consequential part of October's success. Right now, looking at this Dodger club, they're not in a position where they are going to win in October. I mean, if you have a team like the Dodgers who are usually willing to make short-term sacrifices, you can maximize the team's chances of winning. I think their mentality is different than it's been in previous years in that I feel the Dodgers are being cheap with the prospects who aren't guaranteed to be a sure thing. This is something they do now, a sign of desperation for a team that certainly doesn't want to give up a lot to get in return. What does this guy, Kopech, brings with him to the Dodgers? Like, what are the motivations behind bringing him to LA? So what if I told you that the Dodgers are getting a guy who posted a 4.74 ERA this season, striking out 59 batters over 43 2/3 innings? You think he can fill an immediate need? I don't. I don't see how adding Kopech gives them a much-needed option who could protect them from any injuries. I don't think he's the answer in that bullpen because now you're asking Kopech to be something he isn't. If you're the Dodgers, you could have done better than this. And over the last few weeks, with the starting rotation not producing the way the Dodgers anticipated, the primary need was relievers. So now you get Kopech. He's going from a very mediocre White Sox team to a very good Dodgers team. You send Miguel Vargas out, go and get somebody whose ERA is nearly 5. You get Tommy Edman from the Cardinals. Okay, that's a pretty solid pickup for a Dodgers team that maximized the talent of position players with a great deal of versatility. Tommy Edman to the Dodgers, I actually love this deal. I really do. Speed, defense, can play multiple positions. Not a guy who strikes out a lot. Despite missing the entire season uh, so far due to injury, Edman to the Dodgers is, to me, a huge plus. I think what people are missing is that he's a decent utility player when he's on the field and wherever you put him. You can make him an everyday center fielder and platoon Pages and Hayward. And then next year, he's the Dodgers shortstop. Could you win a championship with this Dodgers team currently? No, I don't know. Everybody is unhealthy, and you still don't have that one guy who can fill the gaps, particularly in the bullpen. The relief pitchers out of the bullpen can't hold the lead. The bullpen and defense are needed, and they both let us down in prior series. I feel like the bullpen is one of the last things they don't think about. It's one of the last things they think about. It's a vital part to a team's success. Yes, even though they lead the NL West, it's also nice to have Shohei Ohtani, the Japanese star, the best two-way hitter in baseball. But really, when you're asking the question about the Dodgers, it's about what they do in October. What are they going to do in the postseason? And in order to be this team that gets back to the World Series, you need everybody at full strength. Hopefully, everybody is healthy for the postseason, and the rotation is solid, and the bullpen does its job. Right now, they're in a vulnerable state. Now, let's talk about what makes me happy. Jack Flaherty is coming to LA. Big move for LA, huge deal. It's a good fit for him. Hometown kid joining a winning team and will be part of a rotation that, when they get healthy, could be extremely good. And a team that's positioning itself to be right there with the Phillies. And hopefully our fans this time don't let the failures, letdowns, and disappointments erase the vision we have for this team. What a trade. Surely this will get them over the hump. The Dodgers have been all week looking for a frontline starting pitcher, and targeting Jack Flaherty. This rotation has been hit hard by injuries, so the Tigers trade Jack Flaherty to the Dodgers. The bigger story is Flaherty is one of the big arms that was available to fill in a gap in that rotation. On the Dodgers' perspective, because I've talked some about Jack Flaherty, he's not coming to LA to be your ace. You're gonna look down the stat sheet and see that he's ranked 5th in lowest OBP allowed, 5th in strikeout rate. For the Dodgers, this is probably someone they're going to plan on having in their rotation next year. I think this is an insurance policy, but I do think with this being Jack Flaherty's hometown that he'll consider re-signing with the Dodgers. There was going to be another deal. He was likely to be that guy. Final year of his contract, fairly cheap, decent year. Now, he hasn't necessarily lived up to what people thought, but this year, this guy has been different. The strikeout rate, he's having massive success. He was good for the Tigers, and now a healthy Jack Flaherty goes to a Dodgers team where he can continue this trend and throw 97-mile-per-hour fastballs and nasty curveballs on a good team. And here's one thing I can tell you. He has rebounded nicely after several years of injuries and inconsistent performances. He's 7-5 with a 2.95 ERA, 133 strikeouts, and just 19 walks in 106 1/3 innings pitched. So he has been phenomenal this season. I think he definitely will help the Dodgers tremendously in that starting rotation. You add him to that starting rotation, and I can just see what this starting rotation will look like once everybody gets healthy, once everybody gets back. Man, this can be a scary starting rotation in the National League, man. this is probably a rotation that if you're anybody but a Dodger fan, you don't want your team facing. That's how good they can be. So I do like the Jack Flaherty move. I don't like the Michael Kopech move at all. I think it was a dumb move. I think it was a bad decision made by the Dodgers. But who knows? Maybe it'll work out, you know? Maybe I should look at it from a more positive standpoint. Maybe he's not such a bad pickup after all. Maybe he needed a change of scenery. Maybe he needed to come to LA. Maybe he'll do better pitching out of the Dodgers bullpen. I mean, we really don't know. But I do like the Jack Flaherty move. I'm happy about that. I was pissed off yesterday. Yes, I was. I was pissed off when they got Michael Kopech. I do like Edman a lot. I think he's going to be tremendous for us once he gets back and once he's healthy. So, yeah, they made some moves, and then they made a move, obviously, that I didn't like too much. Nothing against Michael Kopech. I just was not in favor of him being added to our bullpen. I was looking more at Mason Miller from the Oakland A's or somebody of that caliber. But let's see how this all pans out for the Dodgers. Let's see what this team can do with these key additions. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. I'm checking out of here now. As always, it's great chatting with y'all. See you guys when I see you guys again. Thanks. Oh, and before I get out of here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.